Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 331. My name is Chase. Today's episode is Ken Foree's first comic book, hopefully not his last, that I actually signed up for a Kickstarter for. So as you can see from my creepy AI videos that I've added to the beginning here, I'm not the only one that likes zombie comics, and I'm sure that there's some of you that like them too. In fact, I've been playing with the idea of doing separate episodes featuring some of my favorite zombie comics, because I own a lot of them. Marvel Zombies, Deceased, Night of the Living Dead, from Fanico, Dawn Undead graphic novel. There's a lot of them. And of course, Walking Dead. I have a couple of those. I actually own some Walking Dead comics that were done by another publisher before the actual Walking Dead that we know. I forget what comic they start off with. But I think I'll feature that on a future episode just because it's a weird curiosity. Okay, here it is. Beautiful cover art and cool Ken Foree signature in gold. So this story, not to get too much into spoilers, but it's taking place after the zombie apocalypse, of course. And it's focusing on a group of young people living on an island that actually has some of the dead on the island. They call them Slimers, I think, if I remember right. There's a strange term for them. And I was a bit thrown off at first because it's kids, basically, as the characters. And it wasn't as easy for me to get into. But after a while, I started to get into the vibe of what the story was. And it's really cool because Ken himself is a character. Well, his likeness is a character in the story. And now, whether or not his character is Peter Washington, that's another story. In my mind, he's one of his brothers. Or he could be totally unrelated. Just looks like Ken. And they call him Dad. And in this, his character is like depressed, alcoholic, kind of beat down. And the group of kids keeps losing people. And his character isn't really doing anything. I don't want to spoil it, but he does finally snap into action. And that kind of leaves it on a cliffhanger. I like the story very much. And this is the end of issue 1. I haven't heard if there's going to be any more. I assume there will be. I'll buy it if they do. And Ken will be at Living Dead Weekend in June, along with most of the Dawn of the Dead cast that's surviving. And crew. So maybe I'll get a chance to ask him about it there. And this was a nice thing that I'd forgotten about. When I signed up for the Kickstarter, I got my name in there as one of the donors. Here's the bio for everybody involved. The cover artist, what's his name? Kailun Q, very talented. I like that they show them posing with the actual original painting. Thanks for watching. See you next week.